This is an LED home lighting tutorial on how to set up timers and schedules in WLED. In this case, we'll be using an Apple iPhone, so we'll be using the WLED native app. And before we begin, we'll want to verify that we are connected to the Wi-Fi, the same Wi-Fi router as your LED home lighting controller. We'll go ahead and select the WLED application. And here at the opening screen, you'll see your LED home lighting controller. In this case, I have multiple controllers, so I'll see all of those. You'll most likely just see the one for LED home lighting. Select that controller. And here on the main screen, we need to just check a few things before we begin. In order to use timers and schedules, you need to have presets established. In this case, if you don't know how to establish a preset, please look for a different video on the website. But we'll come in here and just verify that we have at least a preset to turn off the lights. In this case, that's preset number 1. And another preset that turns on the lights. In this case, we'll use presets 2 and 3 that just turn on a Christmas pattern. Once we've verified that we have presets established, we'll come up here to the configuration menu in the top right-hand corner of your screen and select that. We'll scroll down to time and macros and select that menu. Here in the time and macros menu, we want to make sure that there are a few things in order before we begin. We'll want to make sure that this get time from NTP server is selected. That lets your controller know the current date and time. You'll want to, I like to use the 24-hour format. It helps to know which is PM and AM. And make sure that you're in your correct time zone, that's saved. In this case, that's the US Mountain Standard Time. Once you verify those things, you want to scroll to the bottom of this menu, all the way down here to this time-controlled presets section. Here in the time-controlled presets section, you'll see hours, minutes, which preset number, and you'll also see this calendar on the side. We'll go ahead and open one of those, and that opens this drop-down menu, which shows days of the week here, and a selected time frame in the year, so a calendar month and day for a time period. In this case, right now, it's saying every day of the year from January 1st through December 31st. And every day of the week is selected, Monday through Sunday. Let me close that for a moment. In order to establish a preset, you'll need to enter a time that preset turns on. It's a little confusing with turning on a preset to turn off the lights, but in this case, what that means is we're going to activate preset number 1, which was our off preset that turns off the lights. So it just activates that preset at a determined time. I like to set one preset that turns off the lights and just leave that for every day of the year so that my lights are always turned off. No matter what I turn on, they're always turned off at a certain time. In this case, we're going to put in 10:30, which in 24-hour format would be 22 for the hour and 30 for the minutes. So now this is saying at 10:30, turn on preset number 1, which again is to turn off the lights every day of the week, every day of the year. I just minimized that menu, so if you open, it's still saved down here for right now. Now what we'll want to do is establish another preset to turn on the lights. So we'll say let's turn on the lights at 5 p.m., which is 1700. And we'll just say 5 p.m. exactly, so 0 minutes. And we'll turn on preset number 2. Now this is a Christmas preset, so we'll come here to the schedule and we say, let's say we only want to turn it on for the month of December. So December 1st to December 31st. And in this case, let's turn on one preset Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll turn on a different preset. So this preset will turn on those days, every day of that month. And then what we'll do is we'll establish another preset to turn on also at 5 p.m. We'll say preset number 3. Also for the month of December, so December 1st through the 31st, but only for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So for those days, we'll have preset number 3 turn on. The other days of the week, we'll have preset number 2 turn on. And what we'll do is we'll hit save. So now we've established, in this case, 2 separate timers that will turn on lights different days of the week, all through a different month. So for one established month of the year, all year long it will turn off the lights no matter whether we turn them on the 4th of July or during the month of December. It will turn off those lights at 10:30 at night. And that's how you would establish timers. The only other thing that you can see over here is that there is this enabled menu. So I can save a timer but disable it. So it's still there, but currently that will not work. So these lights will only turn on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in December, and nothing will happen the other days of the week. So to enable that timer, I will just select that on this side. That would also be the same with turning off the lights. If I click this off, the lights would no longer turn off at night. So we'll establish that, and then we'll hit save. And that's all for establishing timers and schedules in WLED. Thank you.